Hey everyone, it's Coach Jordan here with your at-home workout of the day for Tuesday, May 25th. Our prep for the day, we've got 20 walk the dogs, followed by 2 Turkish get-ups and 6 PVC Cuban press. So for your walk the dog, you are going to get down on the floor. We're going to start off in a high plank position on our hands and toes. We are going to push our butt up into the air, press our head through our shoulders, and then from here you're going to bend one knee as you press the opposite leg down to the floor. Try to get that heel as close to, if not touching the floor. We're going to alternate for 20 reps in total or 10 reps on each leg. Really stretch out the calves and the hamstrings there. All right. Once you are done that, we are going to go into 2 Turkish get-ups. That's 1 on each side. You don't need a heavy weight at all for this as we're just getting warmed up. So if you don't have a light dumbbell, you can just hold on to a water bottle or a canned good, or even just have your hand up in the air. But I'm going to use my light dumbbell here. I'm going to walk you through this one as it is a little bit complicated. Same arm, same leg. So if I have it on my left hand, my left knee is going to be bent. My right arm is going to be out, as well as my right leg is going to be out, splayed away from my body. The first thing I'm going to do is punch my hand up into the sky, prop myself up onto my elbow, and push up from my elbow onto my hand. Then I'm going to bridge my hips up and sweep that leg underneath into a lunge position. I'm going to stand up tall, and now I'm going to go right back down the same way I came. So I'm going to step into a reverse lunge, knee down to the ground. My hand is going to come to the floor. Then I'm going to bring that leg through. I'm now into that bridge position. Butt's going to come down to the floor, then to my elbow, and then lie down. And then we're going to repeat again onto the other side. So you're going to switch hands, switch legs. You're going to prop yourself up onto your elbow, then up to your hand, hips bridged. Sweep that leg through into the lunge, up, and then right back down, reverse lunge, hand to the floor, leg comes through, butt down, elbow down, lie down. All right, and then finally, our third exercise is our PVC Cuban press. So if you don't have a PVC pipe, you can use a broomstick or a hockey stick. You're gonna get your hands wide enough so that you can create a 90-degree angle with your elbows, okay? So we don't wanna be super tight. We also don't wanna be super wide here. 90-degree angle with the elbows. From there, you're going to slide that PVC up the body, creating that 90 degrees. Once you've gotten all the way up, you're going to rotate at the shoulders, up to the forehead, press overhead, and then back down to the forehead. You're going to rotate the shoulders again internally, and then press down towards the hips. So it's up, externally rotate, press, down again, internally rotate, and then press down towards the hips. You're going to go through 6 reps there. We are going through this for 3 sets, and that is your prep for the day. All right, our strength portion for the day, we're going to be going through some pike push-ups, 8 or more reps, followed by 16 dumbbell split stance deadlift, and then 30 seconds overhead dumbbell carry on each side. So for your 8 pike push-ups, I'm going to show you 2 different variations. We're going to start with the regular variation, which is just on your hands and toes. So you're going to start, again, getting into that high plank position. We are then going to push our butt up into the air, and then we're going to walk our feet a little bit closer to our hands. Now, from here, we're in that pike position. We are thinking of dropping our head down to the floor and pressing through the shoulders. This is not like a push-up necessarily. We're thinking about putting that pressure through the shoulders, so you're pressing straight up and down as hard vertical as you can. You're going to go for 8 or more reps here, trying to get your head down to the floor if you can. Now, if you're trying to go for more of those rep ranges and it still feels kind of easy, we can make this a little bit harder by elevating our legs up onto a bench. So if you have a bench or a box or an ottoman, stool chair, whatever you got, and you do want to make it a little bit harder, you can do the exact same thing with the feet up on a bench. So you're going to get yourself into that pike position again, and then going vertical down to the floor, pressing straight away, up and down. Okay, going for that 8 or more reps there. That is your pike push-up. Next one is our dumbbell split stance deadlift. So we're just going to be using one deadlift for this one. You're going to hold your deadlift, one hand on each side here. We are going to be into a split stance position. So what I like to do for this is I like to get my toe of my back leg right up against the heel, and then I open up the foot from there. That gets you into that nice split stance position. You can see my back foot is up on the toe. Now from here, we're gonna do our regular deadlift position. So we're going to push our hips away from us, hinging at the hips. We're gonna keep that back nice and straight. We're gonna come down to that mid-shin position. Okay, notice that now my hamstrings, my butt is loaded. My back is not rounded. I am nice and tight here. And then I'm standing all the way up, squeezing my butt at the top before going back down again, pushing those hips away from me. I'm keeping my shoulders pulled back and down. I'm not letting them fall forward here like this. I'm trying to keep my shoulders back and down the whole time. Keep that tension through the back as well as loading the hamstrings and the glutes. You're gonna go through 8 reps and then you're gonna switch sides. And we're gonna do the same thing. 8 reps on the other side. All right. Once you have done those, we are going to be moving into our 30 seconds of each side overhead carry. So you're going to get your dumbbell again, press it straight up over the head, bicep nice and close to the ear, and then we are going to be walking around our workspace nice and slow, keeping that core tight. We're not leaning, we're not arching either, we're tight. I like to keep my hand on my midsection here to try to keep everything engaged. We're going to walk back and forth for 30 seconds before we switch arms and do the exact same thing again, 30 seconds. All right, we are going to be going through this for 4 sets, and that is your strength portion for the day. All right, our Metcon for the day, we have a 12-minute EMOM, every minute on the minute, or 3 rounds of 4 different exercises. You're gonna need a bench or a box, stool, ottoman, or chair for this. You're also gonna need your slider device. So if you're on hardwood floor, maybe like a towel or a t-shirt. If you're on carpet floor, maybe a baking pan or some sort of things like that. You're also gonna need 1 dumbbell. So in your first minute, you're gonna go through 16 dumbbell dead bugs. Second minute, we're gonna go through 12 slider knee tucks. Third minute, we've got 16 reverse plank marches. And in the fourth minute, we're going through 12 hollow rocks. So in that first minute, the 16 dumbbell dead bugs, you're gonna take your dumbbell, you're gonna hold it sideways here, 1 hand on each head. You're going to get up into that dead bug position. So knees are gonna be bent, hands are gonna be up, extended over top of the chest. You are going to take a big deep breath in. Make sure that back is nice and flat. Our core is now engaged, and we're gonna extend 1 leg out as we extend our hands over the head. We're not gonna touch that dumbbell to the floor. We're not gonna let that leg touch the floor either. And then we're gonna pull it back all the way in. Take another big deep breath in, switch legs, extend those arms out. So it's 16 reps. You got 8 reps on each side. You're gonna go through that. Once you finish those 16, you're gonna take your rest. In minute number 2, we're going into our slider tucks. So you're gonna get into your slider device here. I have some sliders, so I'm gonna use those. Then from here, you're going to get your knees into a high plank position. We're gonna tuck our knees in, and then we're gonna kick our legs out, pull our knees back in, and then kick the legs out. Notice that my hips and my shoulders stay in the same plane here. We're not dropping them down to the floor. We're also not pushing them way up in the air. Nice straight line, pushing those legs away, tucking those knees in. Okay, you are going to go through 12 reps there, and then you will rest for the remainder of the minute. In our third minute, we've got our reverse plank marches. We're going for 16 of these. So we're gonna start on the bench. We're gonna get our elbows onto our bench or our box. Now we're into our reverse plank position. Elbows are holding us up, and then we are marching our legs 1 at a time, knee up towards the chest, keeping that nice straight line with the body, keeping our core in tight, okay? 16 reps there, and then you will rest for the remainder of the minute. And in our fourth minute, we're going into 12 hollow rocks. So you're gonna get back down on the floor for this one. I want you guys to start in a dead bug position, hands up over the chest, knees are bent. You are then going to bring your hands over top of your head in line with your ears. We're gonna kick our legs out so they're just off the floor. And then from here, we're gonna lift our chest up off the ground so our shoulder blades are off the floor. We're gonna rock up and down slightly. You can touch your feet to the floor here to give you a little guide. Just like so. Working on the core. We're going for 12 reps there, and then you will rest for the remainder of the minute. Like I said, we're gonna go through this for 3 rounds or 12 minutes, and that is your Metcon for the day.